The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Go. 120. Double time. We got three.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Here we go again.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty.
Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd down.
30 base. You can't block me. You can't block me. 50 seconds. Now.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Wentz now on 1st down. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot.
Now a handoff working right. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return is Williams. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now Saquon Barkley. And some space here. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Now wins. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Wins to throw again. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here I come again.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley running right. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15 he goes. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Melvin Gordon. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
There we go. Pac-Man. 180.
I'm scared.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Wentz. Steps away to his left. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. On the run, it's Barkley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback. It comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Check three.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
You can't block me.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for vertical.
Right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
Ready, break.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Hey, Haywood.
57 to Mike. 57 to
Ready?
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Ready?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Let's go.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 25.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Okay, ready?
Watch 57.
Right here, right here. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Even.
Big grip.
They'll set up a throw. And Ingram holds it in. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half. just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, Red 5-2, on here.
Mike's 50.
To throw is Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down.
Two jet.
Wentz going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's Williams to return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to cook up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
They're on 22-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The frustration is... definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And they'll go on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's Gordon, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check, 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 check.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
57's the mic. Sponge, sponge, sponge.
Ready?
They'll run on 1st down. Gordon, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
70, Indy.
I got you.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Man out, man out.
Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. Down right around the 25. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Second and 7 at the Buccaneers' 25-yard line.
On second down now, it's Gordon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
First down, Jets.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 36.
On first down, Gordon. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
2nd and 9 at the 16.
This is Gordon. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. Blue draw Corkers.
Joker.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Throwing now is Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Wentz. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, It's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Open man has got it. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Watch the pass.
Hey, Great 57.
45, 45, Mike, 45. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Wentz going to go on 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Final score now from Atlanta. And the Falcons, they wind up winning that one. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations,